Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about basically simple ways to create a blue ocean strategy and create uncontested market space within whatever industry you're in. So to start off with, for those that don't know, there is a book called Blue Ocean Strategy. It goes over a lot of these principles talked today. Basically, a big principle of the book is surrounding the ideology that there's two oceans within most businesses. There is a red ocean, which is a sort of highly competitive space. You're competing with other businesses. You're constantly trying to lower your prices, and I guess you're in a position where you just with other sort of businesses within that industry, you're just competing with the same existing customers. The other principle is a blue ocean. A blue ocean is when you're in an uncontested market space. Basically, you're creating and capturing new customers within that market, and also basically the competition is irrelevant, basically because your value offering is so good that people just consider your service and no one else. Examples of blue ocean companies in blue oceans would be Cirque du Soleil, Yellowtail Wines, and Apple, for example. Basically, for today, I just want to go through sort of ways to create sort of a blue ocean, ways that sort of stuck out for me in the book and that I've been applying to my life personally, and I've thought have been great value to me and want to share and be great value to you guys. So basically, the thing that stuck out in the book and the thing that's been working well for me is basically being able to create a blue ocean strategy through using rather functional or emotional appeals to buy. So basically, this comes down to we can use the example if you have a purely functional based product. So we can use, and I'll use some examples such as like just a cement bag and also just like a shutter door, for example. So the way you can create and turn them into blue ocean strategies, a product that's purely functional, is by adding an emotional element to it. So basically by adding that emotional element to it, you're ultimately, adding a new meaning to the product. So back to my examples I use. So there is a good example that's used in the book. It's by a company called, I'm sorry if I pronounce this wrong, it's called Cemex in Mexico. And then I also, just through reading the book, came up with my own sort of example of it, which is CrimSafe for those that live in Australia. So basically, both these companies have a functional offering. So Cemex or Cemex in Mexico was basically just a cement bag, like purely just a bag of cement. And then CrimSafe is literally just like a sliding door that doesn't let flies in and just like to have in your house and let the air in, basically. So both these products had no emotional element. They're just purely functional products. But the way both these companies were able to differentiate themselves in the market was, as I said before, turning their functionally based product and adding an emotional element, which, just completely skyrocketed and made it a sort of separate industry in a sense. So when we were talking about Cemex or Cemex in Mexico, basically what they did is they turned a functional bag of cement into a gift. So as part of the advertising, marketing, copy, whatever, they basically put onto it, you're not just buying a bag of cement, you're buying a room for a person you love. So in Mexico, I'm not too familiar with Mexico, but I know they do sort of gift giving, etc. And I think for the people a bit lower economic status, they live in cement houses that they made themselves. So when you're giving, if someone's birthday or, they just had a daughter, for example, you're not just giving them a bag of cement anymore. You're giving them a product that can give them another home in their house. So they added an emotional element to the product and completely skyrocketed. In regards to the example of CrimSafe in Australia, what they did was, just a simple slider door, shutting door. They added an element to it where it wasn't just a sliding door anymore. It was a strong door to keep your family safe and protect it from criminals. They had the ad of a criminal trying to cut in, it didn't work. So no longer are you comparing, that sliding door to that one. You're comparing a normal sliding door to one that keeps your family safe and works functionally well, but it's also got that emotional attachment of it's going to keep me safe. So that's how you can create a blue ocean strategy in regards to functional based products. Another example I could use is when you've got an emotional based product, and basically a way to create a blue ocean strategy of having an emotional based product is by just removing the emotional aspect of it and just making it purely functional. Basically by doing that, ultimately the product's going to be cheaper, more fundamental, and there's obviously people that just want the fundamental side of what you're offering, not the emotional side. So a good example of this is, and it's an example in the book too, is called QB House Japan. So basically in Japan, not too sure how long ago, but they basically had the haircut industry wasn't what it's like now. It was a very emotional service. So that, they go to a haircut, they'd, sit in line, they'd sit down, they get hot towels put on their shoulders, they get nice massages, they'd, get nice glasses of water, they'd have like a haircut process that would take over an hour, and there'd just be such an emotional sort of like routine element to it. So what QB House Japan did is they saw that, it was an emotional offering, and they stripped it out of the emotional sense just purely down to its functional sense of, you're going in just to get a haircut, right? So through doing that, they were able to strip down the time from 1 hour to get your hair cut to 15 minutes. And as part of that too, they'll also able to make the product a lot cheaper, could get more customers in the door, and as a result, their profit skyrocketed. They got more customers and they created a blue ocean strategy. So those are three examples, and 2 ways that you can create a blue ocean strategy through using functional elements and emotional elements of an existing product. I hope this helped people out. It's helped me a lot. I just want to share it along the way, and this is what I've been learning. And yeah, as I said, hope it helps someone out and that it can help you in developing your own blue ocean strategy. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.